Fox News alert, a deadly shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas this morning. The FBI confirming 2 people were shot and the gunman taking his life afterward. The FBI also confirming they found unused bullet casings engraved with the phrase anti-ICE into it. No ICE officers were harmed. FBI Director Kash Patel says these politically motivated attacks are not a one-off, and the targeting of law enforcement officers has to end. Here's Texas Senator Ted Cruz, who spoke moments ago at the scene.
This needs to stop. Violence is wrong. Politically motivated violence is wrong. It was 2 weeks ago today that we saw a political assassination in Utah that tore the heart out of much of this country. This is the 3rd shooting in Texas directed at ICE or CBP. This must stop. Look, in America, we disagree. That's fine. That's the democratic process. But your political opponents are not Nazis. We need to learn to work together without demonizing each other, without attacking each other. Violence has no place. It is wrong. And we should come together. If we want to have a debate about immigration policies, we can do so in the halls of Congress without demonizing each other, and especially without demonizing the men and women who every day put on a badge and go risk their lives to keep us safe.
Let's stop here and think about what just happened. For years, we've heard people on the left escalate their rhetoric against ICE. Abolish ICE. ICE is fascist. Constant dehumanization. Today, that rhetoric turned deadly. Someone actually believed it was righteous to murder because of politics. And the result? A detainee, someone already in custody, someone powerless is now dead. This is what happens when ideology consumes a person's soul. You stop seeing human beings. You stop seeing nuance. It's just good guys versus bad guys in your head. And anyone who works at ICE or connected to them becomes an enemy. That's not justice, that's terrorism. And let's be honest, if the political shoe were on the other foot, if the shooter had been a right-winger targeting a government facility, it would be wall-to-wall coverage. Politicians will already be demanding hearings. But now that we know the attacker is a leftist, let's see how they spin the narrative. Let's see if there will be attempts to downplay it as a mental illness or an isolated incident. We can't let that slide. Violence is violence. Murder is murder. When leaders, activists, and influencers spend years portraying ICE as Nazis or evil incarnate, eventually someone would take that seriously and act violently. That's the logical conclusion of dehumanization. This is also happening in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. You don't have to agree with ICE's policy. You don't have to like immigration enforcement. But the moment you decide violence is the answer, you've abandoned morality, law, and humanity. This shooter engraved his bullets with hate, literally carved ideology onto weapons. That's what makes this so symbolic. His mind was so poisoned by ideology, it made his hatred part of the very tools he used to kill.